بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صباح الخير يا أولاد. ازيكم النهارده. We are going to deal with the unit 8. Unit 8, in fact, it talks about one of the most important public transport in Egypt, which is, and we can say that Egypt is the first city or the first country in the world that it has an underground metro, especially in the Middle East. This underground metro, we can say it is quick, it is fast, it is cheap, and it has, the plan was put to have 4 or 5 lines at the beginning. Like nowadays, we can say that we have many lines. I want you to imagine with me that one of these lines, it runs from Munib to Shubra. It runs under the Nile. And it is one of the most difficult things that is made during the work in this underground. We hope that we have, and I want you to imagine that about 2 million commuters ده مسافر يومي اسمها deal with the underground metro every day. The number of the computers اسمها they go work just in the morning, 2 million people, and they come back. So it is one of the most important investment in Egypt nowadays. I want first of all to talk about the reading text. What do you think the expansion? Expansion mean, the word expansion means, it means when something increase in size, range, or amount. Again, what do you mean by What do you mean by the word expansion? It means when something increase in size, range, or amount. So we hope that our passengers or our commuters, our travelers, the people who go to work every day will enjoy using our new line or line number 3. In fact, we have many lines from Margit to Helwan, from Munib to Shubra. We have someone in Heliopolis. We have another one to the airport. We have someone in Abbasiyah. So this expansion of the Cairo Metro adds 7 kilometers and 6 new stations to our underground network. Line 3 that is going to be opened will help the people in the east of the city to get to work faster and more easily because it connects Heliopolis and the central station of Adli Mansour. يبقى line 3 is going to connect Heliopolis and the central station of Adli Mansour. And we expect that about 1,500,000 passengers or commuters will use the new line this year. Again, what do you mean by the word expansion? Expansion means when something increase in size, range, or amount. توسيع, تمديد. We have many facilities. What do you mean by the word facilities? Facilities means building places or building used for particular activity or industry. Facilities, التسهيلات اللي اتعملت. Okay, again, what do you mean by the word expansion? The word expansion means, okay, it means when something increases in size, range, and amount. What do you mean by the word facilities? Facilities means places or building used for particular activities. High-tech, when you talk about high-tech system, what do you mean by the word high-tech? It means طبعا عالي التكنولوجي, or we can say using high technology. High-tech means to use high technology. System were used to build this 21st century public transport. We have the opposite of public transport is a private system, and more expansion work is planned. The government is planning for it in the future. What do they expect? We have what we call the future perfect, that we are going to deal with, inshallah, next session. By 2030, we expect that to have the government is the government planned, or the work is planned for the future. By 2030, we expect to have built 3 more new lines to bring the total number to 6 lines. What the plan? What is the plan? It is said that by 2030, we expect to have built 3 more new lines to bring the total number to 6 lines. Okay, we expect we are already building line 4, and we will have complete it by 2024. Why did we use here will have completed? Because we have certain time and we have by 2024. Okay, what do you mean by the network? In network, vocab number 3, network means a system of lines, a system of lines, tubes, wires, road, etc., that cross each other and are connected to each other. Again, what do you mean by the word expansion? Sorry, Daiman, I said expansion. When something increase in size, range, and amount. What do you mean by the word high-tech? Using high technology. What do you mean by the word network? Vocab number 3. Network, it means a system of lines, tubes, wires, road, etc., that cross each other and are connected to each other. Now, because we have by 2030, we use the to have built. We expect to have built. Okay, we are already building line 4, and we will have completed it. Will have completed because we have the words we have by 2024. Line 4, we are going to talk about line 4. Will connect mean to mean, connect the east and west of Cairo, and make it easier for the people, for the commuter, to travel around the city. What is the advantages of line 4? That it will connect the east and the west of Cairo and make it easier for the people or for the commuter to travel around the city. However, due to the expansion work on line 4, what happened? Some trains will be late. What is the demerit or the disadvantage? That some trains will be late, and we may have to close some stations for a short period of time. Anyhow, we have to to deal with this situation, because later all of us, all the computers, all the commuters, all the travelers, all the passengers, all the people will have rest, and they can enjoy going or traveling to work or commuting to work easily. Although we don't have prices schedule, we don't have schedule for the building work on line 5 and 6 at the moment, but we expected to have started building line 5 by the end of the next year. So now we are going to talk about what happened. We have line 4, which is connects to which is place to place. It connects the east to the west. This is number 1. It connects Heliopolis. We have Heliopolis and the central station of Adli Mansour. As I told you, we have advantages and we have disadvantages. The advantages that it will connect east and west of Cairo and make it easier for the people, for the commuters, for the traveler to travel around the city. Travel means here to go from this place to another, or to go to work. However, disadvantages in this may lead to some trains will be late. This is number 1, and we may have to close some stations for short periods of time. Although We don't know the schedule of building station number 8 and station line 5, line 5 and line 6. At the moment, we expect to have started building line 5 by the end of the next year, inshallah. We would like to thank all Cairo Metro passengers, all Cairo Metro commuters for your understanding while the building work is taking place. They thank you for your understanding while the building work is taking place. We hope that you will enjoy using the improved underground network. Again, what do you mean by the word expansion? It means when something increase in A and A, increase in size, increase in range, increase in amount, etc. What do you mean by the word facilities? Facilities means places, building used for a particular activity or industry or for providing a particular type of service. What do you mean by the word high tech? It means high tech. It means that you are going to use high technology. In network, it's a system of lines. It is a system of lines, tubes, wires, roads, etc., that cross each other and are connected. As I told you here, that we are going to here in this passage, on this topic, in this article, we talk about line 4, which will be able to connect will connect the east and the west of Cairo, and it will make it easier for the people to travel around the city. Or not, we may have we may suffer during this time because the expansion work on line 4, some trains, some will be late. We may have to close some station. But anyhow, we would like to thank all Cairo Metro passengers for your understanding while the building work is taking place. We hope that you will enjoy using it. Okay, what do you mean by the public transport? It means buses, it means a train, etc. They are available for everyone to use. It is not private. Okay, public transport projects for the future. What do you mean again by the public transport? It means the buses, trains, metro that are available for everyone to use. Public transport networks everywhere will improve a lot over the next 10 years. Here is a look at some of the biggest projects being planned around the world. In Cairo, there are plans. For example, in Cairo تحديدا, there are plans to create the first public transport connection from both new administration Cairo and العاصمة الإدارية and 6th of October to the greater Cairo area. The Cairo monorail. المونوريل ده it is a new train will involve the construction of 2 monorail lines. المونوريل lines دول which will take passenger or computers 52 kilometers from new administrative city to East Cairo and 42 kilometers from 6th of October city to the greater Cairo area. The line will open in 2025. There are plans for an expansion of the Paris underground network in France at the same time. This is what is happening nowadays in France using the latest technology. By the way, France is the country which which built us the first metro line in Cairo. Later, the Egyptian worker who completed, and the engineers, of course, completed the work. The underground line 18 will connect only Orly Airport to the suburb of 20 kilometers of the 35 kilometers long line will be high tech. It means using high technology. It will open in 2030. By 2030, there are plans to build the longest tunnel in Australia's history, the 50 kilometer long tunnel will be part of the new Sydney Metro West Underground system. The project involves 10,000 workers, including engineers, of course. In the north of Europe, Sweden is building new train line along the coast of the country. That when it's 270 kilometer line will be finished in 2030 and will carry more than 100 points, 1 million, 1,600,000 passengers in a year. I want to talk to you about the expansion. What do you mean التمديد؟ طبعا facilities, or we can say expansion mean برضو in English when something increase and increase in size, range, amount, etc. Okay, facilities, it means المرافق، يعني I mean إمكانيات أو مرافق, places or building used for a particular activity. High tech means using high technology. Network, it's a system of lines or tubes, wires, roads, etc. that cross each other and are connected to each other. Public transport, we have buses, trains, etc. that are available for everyone. Now we have the clothes company is, now let's have some exercise to use or to deal with or to use the new words that we have dealt with in this topic. Number one, the clothes company is planning a great what? Expansion, a great expansion of its outlets in Alexandria to sell more. This is expansion, توسيع. The leisure in this hotel include sauna and gym. The leisure facilities. الفاسيلتيز هنا التوسعات الترفيهية in this hotel include sauna as well as gym. The machines which the new factory, the new factory uses are very outdated, ancient, dated, or high tech. طبعا of course it will be high tech. Okay, I'm gonna to give you number 4. A place of veins and arteries carries the blood around the body. الأوردة والشرايين. So we are going to use the network. The network, again, what do you mean by the network? It means system of lines, tubes, wires, roads. Not only in transport, but we can use it to deal with when we talk about the vein and arteries, الأوردة والشرايين. By law, smoking is no longer allowed indoor what? General, public, private, ولا clear places. Of course, we are going to use the word public places. The investment, it means الاستثمار in infrastructure. What do you mean by the word infrastructure? البنية التحتية has increased greatly in the last few years. The investment in transport, الاستثمار طبعا في الترانسبورت في البنية التحتية has increased greatly in the last few years. The government, number 7, the government has the what? The irresponsibility, authority, validity, expiry. طبعا irresponsibility مش مسؤول، authority المسؤولية، خلاص، expiry. The government had it will be the authority. The canal was built to the city with the port. The canal is used to contact, to communicate, to connect, or to tie the city with. Of course, the right answer will be connect. The right answer will be connect the city. So the canal was built to connect the city with the port. Conditions in hospital have greatly in Egypt in the last few years. Proved, devised, interrupted, ولا improved. I will give you a second to think. Conditions, الأحوال in hospital have greatly in Egypt in the last few years. Have improved, of course, طبعا greatly. That is what this is made us that makes us want to thank all the White Army that works in hospital the last year. لأنهم they get tired فعلا. The airplane was carrying over 500 engines, passengers, pilots, crews. When it crashed, the airplane 500. Of course, طبعا impossible in احنا we have this number of engines in a plane. We don't have this number of pilots in this plane. We don't have this number of crews in this plane. So the airplane was carrying over 500 passengers, another word travelers, another word commuters, when it crashed and they were all killed. The president's includes بيتضمن a 2-day visit to a foreign company. By the way, our president اسمها delayed his visit to another country because the bad circumstances that Egypt deals with nowadays. The president's what? Speech. It means column ده خط مستقيم كده أو margin يعني schedule seminar لا طبعا speech. The cost was far higher than we had expected. What? The cost was far higher than we had expected. طبعا the right answer it will be the total cost. The police think that the criminal who robbed the bank were driving a stolen what? Can we say a stolen power station, engine, or vehicle? The right answer it will be vehicle. Vitamin B12. We have vitamin B12 may have a role. A role here is دور طبعا to play in us from heart diseases. It has a role in protecting us from heart diseases. Vitamin B12 may have a role in in protecting us from the heart diseases. The report. The importance of improving safety standards. The report emphasis بيؤكد على the importance of improving safety standards. Now let's complete. We have the rest of the exercise. Number 16. While the spokesman was giving his report, a reporter in the back kept what? Him every 2 minutes, noticing, helping, assisting, or interrupting. It means what? It means إن هو يقطعه يعني يغلوش عليه. Interrupting him every 2 minutes. The scientists will hold a of meetings, will hold a place of meeting, a team, a collection, well, a series of meetings. Of course, it will be a collection of, it will be a series of meetings over the next few weeks to discuss the new medicine. 18. More and more people are moving to the of Cairo, such as New Cairo City, every year. It will be suburbs, الدواحي, suburbs of Cairo, such as the New Cairo City. Work on the new road is expected to take 2 years. What? The destruction, to destroy, تدمير, damage, ولا waste, they have the same meaning. So the right answer will be construction or building. واسمها construction work on the new road is expected to take 2 years. Okay. طيب الجيزة metro line runs in what? In a funnel الأم, tunnel, pipe, road. التانل النفق, pipe أنابيب, والroad الطريق, under the Nile, the river Nile. That's what I told you before, or at the beginning of this session. We have one of the lines, الجيزة metro line, one of them اللي هو from المنيب, من شبرا to المنيب. خلاص؟ It runs فين? In a tunnel under the Nile river, under the river Nile. بيجري في نفق تحت النيل. عايزه اقول a massive drilling machine called Nefertari اسمها dug this tunnel under the river Nile, and one of the most difficult things that the Egyptian or the worker saved in this time. Now, as he read the reports, what happened? The manager ran carefully. As he read the reports, the manager ran careful notes, gave careful notes, or made careful notes, or invented careful notes. So the logic answer will be made careful notes about them. Again, I'm going to read the sentence as a whole. As he read the reports, the manager made careful notes about them. الكانديديتس. What do you mean by the candidates؟ اللي هم المرشحين للعمل. الكانديديتس مرشح للعمل. Candidates have to attest in language. We have candidates and we have applicants. Applicants, many people are applicants to the job, but the candidates are only few. كمرشح كلنا في applicants، ناس كتير جدا بتتقدم، لكن candidates have to know a test, have to place a test in language and computer skills. It means have to take. I don't agree. I don't agree. Again, I'm going to read number 22 تاني. All the candidates have to take a test in language and computer skills. 23. I don't agree. I don't agree at the way, with the way, for the way, of the way. I don't agree I don't agree with the way to discipline students with the physical punishment. Number 24. The tourist company income went as a result of the corona crisis last year. What happened to the income of the tourist company؟ اللي حصل إن هم as a result of corona crisis last year, it happened in هم went down. It became low. خلاص, the tourist company income went down or became low as a result of the corona crisis last year. 25. The metro lines. The metro lines make it easier to travel, to commute. Greater Cairo and the new suburbs. The metro lines made it easier to travel around, to travel Greater Cairo, new suburbs. After a brief by the manager, the staff meeting began. We have introduced, and now in introduction, introductory, we introduced. So the right answer here, it will be the after a brief introduction, مقدمة, introduction by the manager, the staff meeting began. After a brief, ده طبعا introduce a verb, introduction noun. After a brief introduction by the manager, the staff meeting began. The evidence was not really, evidence الدليل, enough to put the accused man in a prison. To put someone or a criminal in prison, there must be evidence. في دليل. The evidence was not really. We have persuade, to persuade someone, تقنعه. Persuasive, مقنع. Persuasive, this character is persuasive, مقنعة. خلاص. Or we can say the evidence was not really persuasive, مقنعة enough to put the accused man in prison. The judge found that the evidence, الدليل, was not really persuasive, مقنع enough to put the accused man in prison. Through the national project, المشروعات طبعا national القومية, الانترناشونال دي اللي هي عالمية, global. The government plans to more jobs for young people. In fact, this is the aim of our government, to create تخلق, create more jobs for young people. Again, through the national projects, the government plan to what? Plans to create more jobs for young people. Prevention also plays a central role in traditional medicine. اسمها prevention الوقاية. The word central is similar meaning in meaning to the word far. Mean central role. It means prevention الوقاية also plays a central role in traditional medicine. The word central تحديدا means the main. It means the main. The central role, the main role. The test will involve answering questions. The test will involve answering questions about a photograph. The verb involve, يتضمن, it means involve, يتضمن, can be the opposite of the verb, can be the opposite of the word exclude, يستبعد. Involve يتضمن, exclude يستبعد. Involve يتضمن, لكن exclude يستبعد. These are the 30 questions we are going to deal with. Some of the words, just يعني to emphasize them. Expansion, تمديد, or again, expansion means what? Expansion in English means when something increases in size, range, or amount. Facilities, it means places or building used for تسهيلات أو مرافق for particular activity or industry. What they mean by the word adjective? High tech, it means إنك أنت using high technology. In network is a system of lines. Or tubes, wires, road, etc. that cross each other and are connected to each other. Public transport What do you mean by the public transport? Public transport, public is عام public, but الopposite بتاعها private. Public transport as اسمها together, it means buses, trains, or vehicles that are available for everyone to use. We have add. Add, it's a verb, and noun is addition. Add, verb, addition. Advantage or merit, advantage, it means ميزة. Authority, you have the government had the authority. The government had the authority to issue laws. Central means main, رئيسي, المين رئيسي. Complete, يكمل, completed, complete as an adjective. Complete a verb والadjective as well. Connect, انك انت verb connected يربط. Disadvantages, we have advantages and we have this, the opposite. Equipment اللي هي المعدات. Expect, what do you mean expect? يتوقع والpast بتاعها expected. Guess, يخمن. Improve يحسن. Increase اسمها زيادة. increase. The opposite of increase is decrease. Length مدة. long تبقى النون منها length. Lion, we have 6 lions, and the work in Cairo Metro will be finished, inshallah, will have been finished by 2023, I think. Metro, notes, ملاحظة. Passenger, persuade. Persuade ده is a noun. Persuade, noun. Persuaded. We can say that you are a persuasive, مقنع. قلنا the evidence in the sentence. The evidence in in the for the criminal is not persuasive. ما كانش مقنعة. كلمة prices دي اللي هي دقيق أو محدد. schedule, size, system. We have system طبعا. Government has a certain system that they follow with their people. Take place, it means happen. Take place, happen as well. Total اللي هي كلي. underground, it means it can be used as an adjective. Underground, metro, underground, و noun. What I want to add here, that we have some of we have the word and the synonym and antonym. طبعا السينونيم المرادف والانتونيم هو المضاد. So the central is the word. The synonym is, we can say main or basic. We have إضافة is opposite, central, main. أما الانتونيم تبقى extra. Connect. Another word, another meaning for connect, link, or we can say join. What is the antonym? Disconnect or divide. Again, central, the synonym is main or basic. إنما الانtonym is extra. Connect, the synonym is link or join. The antonym is dis or divide. Okay, construction, it means إنشاء أو constructions, it means بناء. طب another word for construction, development or building. طب what about the opposite or antonym? It means disarrangement or destruction. We have emphasis, emphasize or emphasize يؤكد على. stress, or the opposite is ignore. Expansion اللي هو التوسع اللي growth أو الopposite is decrease. When you say improve, another word for improve, develop or promote. What about the opposite? Corrupt. When you say someone interrupted me, يعني يقاطعني أو يعترض. Another word, bother, the synonym, bother me. خلاص, bother me, or الانtonym is assist. طب involve. What do you mean by the word involve? Involve means يتضمن. It means another synonym is include. What about the opposite? exclude. When you say, and I could persuade someone, another word for persuade, convince. What about the antonym? Discourage. Type. Protect. What do you mean by protect? Protect something, protect you. Now we use a screen to protect our mobile. It means save. Or another antonym is destroy. What about total? Total is a word, and the synonym is complete. And another word or the antonym is partial. This is the for all for the vocab for Unit 8. But inshallah, we are going to meet again next session dealing with the present, the future perfect, future simple, and the future progressive. Thank you for our listening, and we are going to meet again. inshallah بقى هتشوفوك.